there YouTube! We're about halfway through October, so I'm really starting to think about Halloween now. And so, like pretty much everyone else on the internet, I have got some Halloween recommendations for you. This recommendation video is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to have some books, obviously, because I am a booktuber, and I'm also going to have some anime recommendations, because I watch a lot of anime, so I feel like I would share my knowledge with you. I am not one for like spooky stories, really like scary type of things, thrillers, that sort of thing. I'm just like not good with it at all. So these are going to be some not so spooky Halloween recommendations. All of these recommendations aren't necessarily ghost stories, they're just things that are either like atmospherically make me think of Halloween a little bit creepy, or they have like the theme of like witches and magic and it might not be scary at all. Just know that in October I always want to read or watch things that have to do with witches or magic, no matter how innocent they are. So we're gonna start off with the anime recommendations. The first one is a classic and you've probably already seen it, but it is Kiki's Delivery Service. And this is a Studio Ghibli film, and it is about a young girl. She's 13, she's a witch, and it is time for her to go off and like learn how to be by herself and like gain independence. She gets on her broomstick with her cat Gigi and goes off to find a town to settle off in and learn how to be a witch and how to be independent. And it's a really cute, heartwarming story. But this one is especially cute because it's just a story about a young witch finding her way. So you've got that little bit of like magic in there with witches, and then you've got a story that you can enjoy all year round. The next anime recommendation I have for you is a series called Flying Witch. Flying Witch is a slice of life anime, and it's about a young witch named Makoto, and she moves from Yokohama, the city, to the countryside to live with some family. And this is all like part of her training as becoming like a full-fledged witch. Flying Witch is just a comedy slice of life anime, and it's kind of just Makoto and her family members and her friends going through life and her like learning more about witchcraft, and you've got some other characters that pop in that are witches and you learn some more about like this world, and it's just like a really cute, sweet, fun anime to watch. It's not a very long anime series, it's only about 12 episodes long, and you can watch it over on Crunchyroll, which is a site where you can watch like tons of anime for free, and it's amazing. I use it all the time. Then the third and final anime recommendation I have for you is Little Witch Academia, and Little Witch Academia is amazing. So this is a little less slice of life and a little more like magic school, magic and witches and things like that. So it's about this girl Akko, who is not from a like magical family, but she gets into Luna Nova, the like most prestigious like Hogwarts type of magic school. And at this school she learns how to be a witch, and she makes friends, she makes enemies, and like there's a whole like mystery type of thing. You can watch Little Witch Academia on Netflix. I think all 3 versions of it are available there. It started out as a short film and just like everyone fell in love with it, so they made a second short film which was really awesome. The second one is like the Enchanted Parade, and I think that one is a little more like Halloween themed. And then finally, since the reception was so good, they made a whole anime series about it, and it is amazing. I love it so much. The anime series expands on the story told in the short films. It changes a few little things, but that's to expand it to a like whole anime series, and it is just like amazing. I love Little Witch Academia so much. Definitely check that out. And now we're gonna switch to the book recommendations. The first book recommendation I have for these like not so scary stories that you can enjoy around Halloween is going to be Carry On by Rainbow Rowell. And so this book is one of my favorites. I love like Rainbow Rowell so much. And so this is about Simon Snow, and he goes to a wizard school, and he hates his roommate Baz, who is like a vampire. There is a like big threat that it seems like Simon is the only one that can defeat it, and there's a little romance going on there with Simon and Baz. You know, like people who hate each other make the best couples. Every fangirl knows that. This book is based off of some characters she came up for a fan fiction in her other book, her Fangirl. It's different than like the fan fiction and the story that's in there. It's just kind of like she took those characters and ran with it. This book is just super fun. If you like Harry Potter or any sort of like Chosen One story, it's really great for that. It's kind of a parody of all of those things, and like if you're a really big Harry Potter fan, you're gonna laugh a lot reading this because things like kind of remind you of Harry Potter, but that's the point. The next two books actually are gonna be more like atmospheric type of spooky, maybe not so spooky books. So the first one is The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern, and I think like everyone has read The Night Circus, but this is like amazing. I read this year and it's just like, it's as good as everyone tells you it is. The Night Circus is about a traveling circus that only shows up at nighttime and it's only open at night, and you never know where or when it's gonna show up. The circus is actually a venue for these two magicians that are kind of having a competition, and to say any more about this book would be a spoiler. But this is like one of the most like atmospheric books I have ever read, and it's a little dark and it's a little creepy, but it's also like not scary. So definitely if you are looking for something super atmospheric, I would definitely pick up The Night Circus. Last book I have is a series I'm probably going to be talking about forever and always, now that I like actually own the books and I'm like rereading the series. That is Oversea Under Stone by Susan Cooper. This is the first book in the Darkest Rising sequence, a series that I love and I want everybody to read. This is more of kind of like a children's mystery type of adventure type of thing, but there's a very like eerie undertone to it. You sense throughout this book, and it kind of like explains that there is this like larger like magic thing going on underneath of this like simple children's adventure story, and it gets quite spooky at sometimes. Even though this book is like meant for like younger readers, there is this particular sequence in this book that just like, it creeped me out. I was getting very anxious and like really scared reading it. So it's definitely really well written, and it's the start to an amazing series. So if you want something that's got some spooky undertones, I would definitely check out the Darkest Rising series. And those are all of my not so spooky Halloween recommendations. I hope you enjoyed them. Let me know in the comments if you've got any other like not spooky recommendations at all, because I am a big chicken. Links to all my social media, like my Twitter and my Instagram, which I'm very active on, are down in the description below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more from me. That's all I've got for you guys today. I'm Chrissy Lou. Till next time, matane!